This movie is cool. I'm glad I went to go watch it. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. The movie is directed by Kelly Free and Craig. She also directed Edge of 17, which I love. The movie stars Abby Ryder Forston, Rachel McAdams, Kathy Bates, and Ellie Graham. And I must say, the kids did a great job in this movie. It's a lot of times where they're the only ones in the scene and they carry the movie, and they're all really good. It's a coming of age story for an 11-year-old kid and her friends. Margaret moves to New Jersey from New York with her parents, and she didn't really want to go, of course, because it's Jersey. But she gets there and she gets a new friend immediately in Nancy. And Nancy is the opposite of Margaret. Margaret seems to be very quiet, just, does what she's told. Nancy is very brash and just, comes into the house like, I live in the bigger house up the block, but do you want to come play? And Nancy is influencing Margaret in some ways. When Margaret goes to school, Nancy's the one that's there saying, hey, we don't really mess with that person. That's so-and-so. We don't really mess with that person. But this is our little small group, and you were invited to be with us, but you can't wear socks and stuff like that. Nancy is the leader, and Margaret is like, okay, friends, cool. And, as she starts hanging out with them, they are 11-year-old girls. So they're talking about boys and kissing, and then they're talking about getting periods and buying bras and growing breasts. They just having those conversations. And Margaret is able to have those conversations with her friends, but also go to her mom. They're like, Mom, I need a bra. And it's not some weird thing. It's just like, oh, okay, you're at that point. And Mom, when did you get your first period? And it's like, what? Oh, you want to have that conversation? And that's the dynamic she has with her mom. And it's really cool. And Rachel McAdams does a great job as she tries to also transition from always working to being more of a stay-at-home mom and doing stuff with like the school board so she can be closer to her daughter. And it's a fun experience. It's a really cool movie. It's a funny movie, as Margaret goes through things and, tries to find her way in the world. Religion also plays a part as her teacher asks her to write a research paper and the topic of religion comes up. And it's because her mom is Christian, her dad is Jewish, and she learns that was an issue, when her parents were getting married. And at the moment, Margaret doesn't have a religion, and she gets to choose when she gets older. So she starts, trying to understand different types of religion. She wants to go to temple with her grandma. She wants to go to church with her friends, just so she can have that experience, an understanding of, both sides. And it's just cool watching her grow and have these experiences in life, as she comes to, understand who she is as a person. And I had a good time. I laughed a lot watching this. And again, the performances from the kids in particular were really good because they're on screen a lot. And I really enjoyed the scene when they have to go to this kid's birthday party and all the kids are in there. And it's like, do we dance? Do we play spin the bottle? And it was fun, and I remember what it was like being a kid in those situations, like, going to your first party and stuff like that. But it's a cool movie. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Deuces.